Okay guys, PD Tech here with another little heads up about this brilliant little gaming keyboard from Goodman's that I got from B&M Bargains. It was only £15. That is a wow price. That it's really good. It's got these colour changing LED coloured lights and everything. It's a really good quality sort of keyboard. It's got your wrist rest if you need that clips on there. It's got a little phone holder there, little handy holder for your gadget, and it's compatible with your machine as long as it supports USB keyboard. It's a USB connection. Like I say, it's got that wrist rest that you can clip on there. It's just a few features of it. So it's got the colour changing LEDs. It's plug and play. There's no drivers required. As long as your operating system supports USB keyboard, you'll be fine. I'm not sure what these 19 anti-ghosting keys, what that means yet. It's got the 12 media keys. So these are all your little extra controls that you get for your volume up and down, things like that. So, what can I say? It looks stunning. And it is stunning as well. I was quite surprised when I plugged it in. I was expecting it to look a bit cheap and a bit garish, but the lighting is just perfect for nighttime use. Because where my keyboard is on my actual workstation, it's in a little bit of a dark corner, and unless I put the lamp on and really over brighten it, the keyboard's really difficult to see because I have it on a little like a keyboard shelf underneath my desk, basically. So with this lighting, it's a nice sort of colourful glow. It's not like overbearing or dead bright. It's not going to give you headaches or nothing like that. It's really subtle, but it's just bright enough to be, vibrant enough to show you where all the keys are, basically at night time, without having to fish around for them, So I was really impressed with how it looked at night. That was the main thing with it. I didn't want it to look too cheap or garish or anything, So it's really subtle, but it's really vivid as well. It's really nice. Let's have a look on inside anyway. So a quick look on the back before we delve inside the packet. So it says minimum system requirements is Windows 7, but I found as long as your system supports USB keyboard, I've got my old work computer runs XP still. It's not connected up to the internet, so there's no security issues. But I just have to run it on. I actually double boot it. The part of it runs on XP, the bit I work on, and the rest of it's on Windows 10. But the actual XP part is what I work on, and the keyboard works fine on it. So I would take that with a pinch of salt, really. It'll work on an older system as long as it's compatible with a USB keyboard. That's the only requirement. So just checking your BIOS. There might be a little setting in your BIOS that you might have to change from PS2 keyboard to USB keyboard. But on my system was quite an old machine, and it was fine. So it's just plug and play. There's no installation or anything. It works on your laptops and other devices. It says colour changing LEDs. Now, I don't know whether that means it cycles through colours. I haven't seen mine do that. And I don't know if there's a button on there that maybe does that. But the colours are static. They go through the rainbow type effect. And as far as I know, they don't move around or pulsate or anything. But I'll check that. I'll let you know about that. It's got these 19 anti-ghosting keys. I don't know what the hell that is. USB connectivity, like I say. It's got this wrist rest, phone holder. And the keys look like they're floating. The way the lighting is, it looks like they're floating above the actual base of the keyboard, which is a really nice effect. And they actually feel quite nice as well. There's the tactile, there's plenty of feedback on them. Not too heavy, not too cheap and light feeling. I found them okay. Now, whether a gamer would, I'm not particularly a big gamer on my PC. I tend to play games on my consoles and PlayStation, but how it would be for gaming, I couldn't honestly say, but for typing it was absolutely fine. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be. It's marketed as a gaming keyboard. It's a good brand, Goodman's. You know where you are with Goodman's. If there's any problems with it, just send it back. They have a good warranty on these kind of things, and B&M are pretty good customer services I've found so far. Let's have a look inside anyway, the actual keyboard. So inside it's well protected. See a little bag. You've got some bump there, little instruction book. Game keyboards, a little bit about it there. Tells you how to connect it. I'm sure you'll know how to plug in USB connection, and that's your wrist rest in the bottom. So it's just usual keyboard layout. You've got your number pad there. You've got all your function buttons and your media keys, look there. Just your normal QWERTY layout. It's got this sort of thin edge to it. The actual keyboard part is raised up. This is raised up off the back, so that's your phone holder. You've got another little holder there. You put your, I don't know, USB pen drives in. You've got these handy little pen holders there. That's quite cool. I use a tablet on my workstation, so that'll be quite cool for putting my stylus pen. You've got your brand in there. You've got plenty of USB lead. What can I say? You've got this weird sort of shaping effect down that edge. Like I say, typing feels okay. No problems with that at all. I typed on it last night. I use a lot of these sort of keys on my workstation, so a lot of this sort of area as well, like shortcut keys and things, and it seemed fine. I didn't have any issues with it. Didn't notice anything untoward or anything. So just all regular stuff. It's nice and tactile. It's not a particularly noisy keyboard either, which is good. You don't want a really clicky, noisy thing, especially at night time in the evening. You don't want to be disturbing anybody. You've got these little feet on the back. You can raise the back up. All standard stuff. Rubber feet there, stop it sliding around. There's no rubber on that part, but that'll be plenty to keep it. It's not going to move around and stuff. Like I say, that's that little thin edge on the back with your phone holder on it. So it's like raised up off the back. Same on the front, you've got this lip, and the same on the sides as well. This includes some footage at the end of it lit up and everything, just give you some idea. But for £15, you can't go wrong. It's got your little indicators there for your caps lock and your tab and everything. Yeah, for 15 quid you can't go wrong. This is easily a 30 quid keyboard. I've paid upwards of £30 before now for a keyboard that sort of lights up, and honestly it was no better than this. So 15 quid you can't go wrong. Actually, I noticed there's two models at £15. There's one without all this gubbins on it and without the wrist rest, a more cut down version. It's just the actual keyboard, but it looks to be the same, exactly the same keyboard to me, but without all this on it. So you're actually getting more for this with this model, and it's the same price. It's £15. So to be honest with you, I'd probably go for this one rather than the sort of cut down one, just for these little extra bits. They're always handy. So I just thought I'd give you that heads up. And my wife actually got me this for my birthday, so I'm really chuffed with it. And I was a bit overdue, desperate for a new keyboard as well, because my old one was looking a bit tatty, and you know how grubby they get. No matter how much you keep on top of them, try and clean them, you get a lot of detritus in the bottom, horrible gungy stuff in between the keys. Okay guys, take care, and check out what it looks like at night. It's really cool. Bye bye for now.